Hey paper crafters, this is Angie at Chicken Scratch. If you can hear me, say hello in the comments. I'm going to give everyone just a second to hop on. And I'm just waiting for that first thumbs up. Okay, I see. You guys can see me. Perfect. Good evening, good afternoon, good day, whatever time zone you're on. Okay, let's see. Can you guys see my desk? Okay, so tonight we're making the cutest little Stampin Dimensionals booklet. You guys have seen this before, but I've refreshed it with a new color. Yeah, and then I have lots of other things to share with you tonight. The price increase notice. I've updated the Stampin' Blend labels. We have the last chance list, which I've kind of updated that for y'all. And then the mini catalog paper charts are finally ready. I was missing one pack of paper and they have officially arrived, and I've got those ready for you. Thank you for sharing my video, Debbie. I appreciate it. Yeah, so if you're hopping on, if you're on YouTube, I would appreciate a thumbs up, right? Okay, so let's see. I'm trying to see how many people are here. What I'm going to do now is go ahead and post that link for the... Oh, goodness gracious. That's not the link. I'm going to post the link for the live prizes. Oh, goodness. I have like 1,000. I pasted too much information. So how are y'all doing? I have to tell you, I saw the strangest thing today. We have wrens that are building a nest on our deck upstairs. And we have mourning doves that are trying to, but we're not letting them. I'm moving stuff around so that they can't do it. Today, a turkey. I was going to take a picture of this project right here, and a turkey just walked right past the window. It's on my phone. Oh, goodness gracious. In fact, that reminds me, I need to plug my phone in. Hello from Nebraska. Hi, Bridget. Okay, so, let me stand up and plug my phone in, because otherwise we're going to have some issues. Yeah. If you get motion sickness, look away for a second. There we go. It really was hilarious. I had to, oh goodness gracious, I had to call David. Oh, what did I do? Let's see, wrong one. Well, that changed up everything, didn't it? Who knows what happened? I had to call David because I was like, that's the craziest thing. It looks like my desk changed when I did that. Let me move this over. It's like my screen got smaller or something, didn't it? It was a girl turkey, by the way. David was like, that's a, yeah, it wasn't a dude, because they're prettier, right? Okay, so for everyone that's joining us, we have so much to go over tonight. So like I said in the very beginning, I'm going to recap it. We have the last chance list, which was just released a few days ago. We have updated the Stampin' Blend labels for the new colors. Price increase notice with the new catalog starting on May 5th. So if you're looking for things to purchase, you might want to check out these items here because they're increasing in price. So this is probably more important than the last chance list, right? And so I suspect that maybe some of these items will actually sell out. Like, for example, I think the mini glue dots are already not available right now. They're only increasing by 75% or 75 cents, but they're already on back order. And then all of the charts for the mini catalog first quarter are finally available on my website. Okay. Oh, here's I put them in page protector so I don't mess them up tonight. Okay. So, there was a couple questions, that I saw, when you guys first logged on. I'm going to scroll back really quick. Somebody asked, I thought was, did I post the link? I did not. I got a lane swerve, right? Let me grab that real quick. So here is the link for the chick candy, the live prizes. Okay. And then I'm going to hop over to, YouTube real quick. That looks different. Goodness gracious, it's telling me to sign on. I don't even have my password with me. It's on my phone up there. I think this happened last week, didn't it? Okay, I got in. Okay. Row, there we go. Okay, I'm going to pin the link to the very top. And now that's done. Is the lighting okay? Can y'all see you can see my computer, can't you? Well, it's not the end of the world if you see like a little pink thing, right? You're very welcome. And I use those labels myself. So tell me in the comments or the chat box, do you want to make the project first? I feel like I need to zoom in. Do I need to zoom in, guys? I kind of feel like I need to zoom in a little. Right? So far away. Does it look a little dark? Let me turn the light on, the other light. How's that? Is that better? Hopefully I won't fall trying to get in my chair. Okay, so my question is do you want me to make the Stampin' Dimensional booklet first? Or do you want me to label a few of the Stampin' blends? Okay, so now not dark. Oh, well, it's fine, right? So which one? Do we want to make the booklet first? Or do we want to label some blends? I told David, he's actually at a meeting, I said, you don't have to rush home tonight because I have lots of things to discuss tonight. So let me show you the gifts. I guess that's kind of important, right? Okay, so A is going to be the In Color Shimmer Gems. B is going to be this fabric basket, which is a little bit different than the ones I've made. I've made a few of this size. It's got like a little hiccup right there, but it's still cute, right? And yes, it will hold the blends perfectly. C, of course, is a chick stand. We're doing that every week. D is a Subtles pack of Designer Series paper. E is Musical Jamboree stamp set. And F is a Round It All stamp set. 3 prizes tonight, okay? And we'll do the drawing at the very end of the video. So be thinking about which item you would like. A, B, C, D, E, or F, okay? You do have to be present to win, so. That's the only catch. Okay, so everybody says, does everybody say which one won? Somebody tell me which one won? Which one won? Ha! That's funny. I think the booklet won, right? So let me get the supplies. So I made this in one of the new in colors, Hydrangea Hue. And this time we're going to make it in another new in color called Crisp Cantaloupe, which we've had that color before. But we have the Designer Series paper, which is now in the 12 by 12 sheets instead of 6 by 6. Yay! We have these coordinating in color butterflies. So I use the hydrangea on this one, and we'll use the cantaloupe on this one. Same thing for the ribbon. We have all the coordinating things to go with the in color. So we've got the crisp cantaloupe ribbon instead of the hydrangea color. Okay, so this is a super simple project. I have made this before. You guys see me use it every single week. It helps me keep my dimensionals front and center. No longer do they blend in with my desk. So here it is, a fresh new pack of, oh, I forgot to bring dimensionals over here. Grr, do I have to get up again? Let's see, do I have a pack? Sorry guys, I got to get up again. Third time's a charm. That means it's going to be the last. At least I have them organized. They're in my drawer. So at least I know where they are, right? If you asked a question previously and I did not see it, please repost it again. Yeah. Okay. So on my website, there is this free printable for you. And I went ahead and cut it. So you get, not that you need 9 of them, but I couldn't just print one. I had to go ahead and fill up the page. And the lines are for you to cut so that you can then use your circle punch. So maybe you want to make some friends one of these Stampin' Dimensional booklets. Okay. So the cardstock measures, or Designer Series paper measures 5.5 this way by 8 1/8. Okay. We're going to score it on the 5.5 inch side at a 1/2 inch on both sides. So 1/2 inch, and then flip it over and do the other side. So a 1/2 inch. Move this over for a second. Okay, we don't need the keyboard right now. So the link to this PDF is already down below the video, okay? So it's already there. So I'm folding and scoring, or burnishing on those score lines. Now I'm going to open that back up, and I'm just going to fold this in half, okay? And then burnish with your bone folder. And then whichever side looks the best, because even though you fold it in half, sometimes it kind of bubbles a little bit. So make your best side the front side, and that's this. Okay. So I'm going to place the minis on this side and the regulars on this side. But let's back up a second. Let's go ahead and decorate it. So like I said, this is the front. And I'm going to take my Stampin' Seal and place it right in the middle. This is using the new product that will be available on May 5th called the Scallop Blooms Dies. You're gonna see me use these. Hey Cliffy! You're gonna see me use these like every single week. Now that I have scallop circles again, oh my gosh. In fact, I probably should go ahead and order myself a brand new set of them because I'm gonna use them like crazy. You're gonna take your 2-inch circle punch and cut this out. Sorry, I have to be very careful about using the punches. I had my first official physical therapy appointment on yesterday, not on. And whoa, yeah, I'm really sore. In fact, I couldn't sleep last night. I was so sore. So David was coughing. I was in pain. We're a hot mess. I have my next physical therapy appointment tomorrow morning at 9. Okay, so back to the project. So now we're just going to place the dimensionals right there. Looks like I maybe have punched that out a little cattywampus, but it's still going to be cute, right? And then we're going to place some butterflies on here. So I'm going to put one little one right there, and then the bigger size below it, and then we'll do another little over here. Aren't these so cute? I was gonna use the Barely Blush or whatever that color is. It looks like the color of my nails. Barely Blush, I got it right, but it was almost invisible. So I don't know. We'll see. Now, before we do the ribbon, we're going to add the dimensionals. So I'm changing this up. Last time, what did I do? No, I don't want that. No, maybe I'm doing it the same way as last time. So just rewind. So I'm putting removable adhesive. So that way, when you need to replace these, they're not permanent, okay? There's the regular ones. Like I said, this is a great gift to give someone. It's also a great way to use up your scrap paper because it measures 5.5 by 8 1/8. So if you've got leftover designer series paper. So now I'm going to take that removable adhesive and I'm just going to add just a little bit there as well, just to kind of hold this down. Okay. And the original one that I made a couple years ago, I'm still using it. So you can see the removable adhesive, it doesn't damage anything. Now, Velcro dots. You don't have to use the Velcro dots if you don't want to, but I like using them. Okay, I'm taking 2 of these. Oh, wait, come back here. It's easier if you separate these. Okay. So now this one. And then I'm going to peel the backing off. And I do have the link for these Velcro dots also below the video. Okay, I want to add one more up here. They're kind of hard to hold on to. We had a pretty peaceful Easter. We went to church, and then we went to First Watch for brunch. That was so good. I got the Floridian French toast. Oh my gosh, it was so good. In fact, I sent my sister a picture of it. Okay, so there is, all we got left to do now is the ribbon. Now I'm going to tell you another option that you have. If you decide you don't want to use the Velcro, you could use, wait, let me stop talking for a second. I always say I tie bows better if I stop talking. So instead of adding the ribbon at the bottom of the scallop circle, you could, well, before I attach that, let me show you. Hey, I got ink on that. Did I get ink or what did I get on there? Let's see. If it's adhesive, it'll come off with this. I don't know. So another option you have is you could take your ribbon and you could tie it on the side like this. But, you know, every time you go to use it, you got to untie it. So I didn't want to do that, but it does look really cute if you want to. I'll show you what that looks like. I would change the position of your I would change your position of your butterflies and add some embellishments down there. But it is the perfect craft retreat. Okay, but I like putting it right here. So let me get my glue dot. I did not tie the best of bows, but it will be okay. Ruh-roh, come back here. Oh, goodness gracious, these are those backwards glue dots. I have to get my roll out of the trash. Okay, and I said I wasn't going to get up again, but guess what? If I don't do it now, I'm going to forget, and then I'm going to be kicking myself, because what I do is I re-roll these. Of course I have to drop it right in front of y'all. So later I'm going to, oh goodness, I think I saw a hair. I'm going to rewrap these so that the glue dots are not backwards. Okay, so here is our fresh new Stampin Dimensionals booklet for 2026. And which is your favorite? A hydrangea or the cantaloupe? They're both very springy, right? Perfect. Mary Catherine says she never liked the new and improved glue dots. Me neither, right? Okay, so I'm not going to spend much time on the Stampin' Blends markers labels, but I'm looking for my labels. Where to put them? I'm sure they're right in front of my face. Help! Well, I put them somewhere. Yeah, they're right behind me. Okay, so here they are. They are already posted on my website. If you're looking for the chart, I'm still working on that. And I just realized I never updated it last year. So sorry. Y'all know last year was awful. So I will work on that next. But I do have these ready for the end of your markers. So these lines on here are for you to cut so that you can reach the circles. Oh, my trimmer is upside down. I have not had time to do the scanner yet, Robin, because taxes and Easter. Yes. It too is on my to-do list. It requires connecting it to the computer and, you know, all that fun stuff. So you're going to need the labels, a circle punch, mini glue dots, and preferably the take your pick tool or the paper piercer. I'm going to use the paper piercer. It's just a little bit easier for me. Okay, so I'm going to start with the dark Barely Blush. Now, you need one for each end. So ideally, oh, I can't stand these backwards glue dots. It takes so much longer. So dark. So you have to print 2 of these to get the color for both ends, okay? So we're just doing one end, and I'm just going to do a couple. Actually, I can't reach that far, so I'll do the Crisp Cantaloupe Dark next. And that one was really hard to fit into that circle, so I had to make the font really small. I mean, it's still legible, but barely. Dark. Is this dark? Nope, that's light. Here we go. And then dark golden glow. And I'll stop with this one because you get it. This is dark. Okay, so this is free at my print library. You download it. You can download it onto copy paper or basic white cardstock. I used to do basic white cardstock. Now I just do copy paper. But I use a nice quality white copy paper. Bright white. Yeah. But let's look at how nice these look once you get them labeled. Hopefully you can see that. Yeah. Okay. So we've covered the booklet. We've covered the Stampin' Blends labels. Yay, I got them done. Next up is, all my stuff is right here. I have this price increase notice, which I've already talked about, but I have this sheet for you. It's just a free PDF that you can download. Go through it and see which are your favorite and maybe order these before the 5th, especially if you use them a lot. Like I went ahead on my last order and got my Stampin' Blend markers that were my favorite colors, like Pool Party, Crumb Cake, Smoky Slate, Gray Granite. Any of those colors, Granny Apple Green, the colors that you use a lot, go ahead and get your markers. Yeah. Linen Thread is another one. Rhinestones. Our grid paper is changing sizes, and it's also increasing in price. Okay. Designer Series paper stacks, they're going from 6-inch to 12-inch, which that's an awesome change, right? Now we can make boxes with our 6x6 stacks. And it's only been 30 minutes, and I've covered everything but the last chance list. So I updated this list on how I prefer it. We were not giving page numbers this time because there's all these publications. So the reason I'm going to discuss this for a few minutes is because I want to explain how to use this if you download it, okay? Over on the left column is how I sorted it. So I didn't sort it by name. I sorted it by publication. So if you'll notice, the very first one is 12 Days of Crafting Advent Calendar. I don't even know when that was, but anywho, that must have been recent. But if you go down the list, you'll see the next item says Jet Black Stays On, and it was from the 2013-2014 annual catalog. Okay, so in that publication, we have 3 items: the Jet Black Stays On, the Stays On Cleaner, and the Stampin' Scrub. Then from the 2014 to 2015 annual catalog, you've got the Memento ink pad and the Memento ink refill. Going on down the line, you've got the 2020 through 2021 catalog. So what I suggest is, look through this, but you can scroll all the way to the 2025 annual catalog, because this is the one that's retiring. Let me mark this. So the annual catalog right here, this is the big publication that's about to retire, okay? So if you go through 2025 through 2026 annual catalog, that's quite a few pages. And then you run into the mini catalog that was from January through April, so through the end of this month. So right here is the current publication, the mini. Do I have it in front of me? So here's the annual catalog that's retiring. Okay. And then do I have the mini? I think it's in the other room with my paper charts. Yeah, I don't have it because I was working on finishing those paper charts. But anywho, so that mini, January through April, is pages 9 and 10. And if you'll notice, it ends right here. So it begins here and it ends here. So you can go through there and mark your catalog. And what I did was I marked designer series paper. I put a D in this box for the designer series paper. So the January through April, sorry, my allergies are just terrible. I look out the window because it's so green out there now. So from the January through April, there's 3 designer series paper that's on the last chance list. That means the other ones will stick around until they either sell out or whatever. Yeah. What was I going to say? I don't know. It flew right out the window. So then after the mini catalog that we're currently in, there's some other publications here that was in, they kind of got reversed, because if you'll notice up here, the year was first, but then in the back, the year was second. That's not my doing. That was a Stampin' Up thing. I just followed their stuff. So then after that, on page 11 starts the online exclusives, okay? So you've got 11, 12, 13, and those are the online exclusives. So you got 3 pages of online exclusives. So hopefully that makes sense of why I organized it based on publication instead of name, because, oh my gosh, you would never know where Gathering Moments is from. Like, I would never know which publication that was in if I had sorted this by name, right? So, Yeah. Okay. Any questions about the retirement list? The reason why I sorted it based off of publication. Well, they didn't give us page numbers because online doesn't have pages. Yeah, they didn't give us page numbers. I eliminated a couple columns that I eliminated the column that said what it was, kind of because I kind of felt like, well, you already know what it is. If it says dies or punch or paper or envelopes or ink or cleaner, it's kind of a no-brainer. But I deleted the category because I wanted it to all fit on one page. It's already 14 pages long, right? Yeah, David asked me earlier, he's like, what are you doing? Why are you not working on your project? I'm like, because this is very important. I really want to go through and figure out what else I want to order before it gets too late and everything is already sold out. Okay, thank you, Lynn. So Lynn says she likes how I sorted them. And Robin says, what is my favorite new item? That's an easy one. This, scallop circles. Lots of scallop circles. I love scallop circles. I'm obsessed with them. Whoever told me a long time ago that I used too many scallop circles, they're probably saying, okay, I'm out. I'm not going to watch her again until they retire those things. Everything fits in a circle is, in my defense, everything fits in a circle, especially cute animals, right? You're welcome. Okay, so I've covered, okay, so what we've got next is, we've got some prizes, a couple more announcements. So last week we had our first special of the day, and I showed you guys how to get there. The special of the day today is this Seaside Bay bundle. It's a brand new stamp set along with the coordinating dies. I've never touched them. It's $25. I only have one set and it's over on my Chick Shop. Okay, so that is my special of the day. Now, I do have a bunch of these over on my website that I marked down to $12.95. It includes a full bolt of ribbon, these beautiful embellishments, and a full pack of the toadstool garden paper. So, like I said, shipping for this is $6. So you're basically getting this for $6.95. A full pack of paper, an embellishment, and a bolt of ribbon. And I have several of those. Okay? So that's the special of the day. Now, last week's YouTube Chick Candy was this zipped up bundle. So it's all zipped up stamp set, all zipped up dies. And our winner for this is Betty. So Betty, you are the winner. I'm going to post, anytime you guys win, I have to have your address. So you have to email me or you have to fill out my form. Even if I know you, I need that form, okay? It helps for lots of reasons. It helps. It just helps. And I have to, it's required. And you have 30 days, but preferably please do it sooner rather than later. So Betty, you are the winner of last week. And here is the link to fill out the form, or you can shoot me an email. If you don't hear from me within 2 weeks that I've shipped it, shoot me another email. You would be surprised at emails that just don't come across, or you accidentally type in the wrong email address. Even I do that sometimes. Okay, so let me move this off the screen. I'm going to show you the new one for this week. Let's see, where is it? Well, it looks like I forgot to load it. Let me get it real quick. What am I giving away this week? This right here. What did I call it? Here we go. Nope, that's not it. Grr. Okay. Sorry, guys. Just give me a second. It's here somewhere. I just have to remember what I called it. And maybe I didn't. Okay. What do I do? Here. Download. Download. Well, it shows I downloaded it, but... Oh! Now I know what I called it. Sorry. Hey, I did a lot of stuff today. Oh gosh, am I losing y'all? Y'all are still there, right? That's really weird. The icon for the software I'm using started bouncing. Okay, so here it is. Can y'all see that? So the way you enter to win is when this video is over, you just leave a comment, and it is the Peaceful Days stamp set and this fabric basket. It's not perfect. It's one I made quite a while ago because I haven't been sewing. I can do machine embroidery because it's not cutting fabric, very little cutting fabric. But this is kind of sort of matches. Doesn't it look like this flower coordinates with that flower? Anywho, so all you have to do is leave a comment. I will announce the winner next Tuesday. Yeah. Okay. Now, are y'all ready for the live prizes? Any questions before we do the live prizes? I'm going to move this over here and move this over here, and we'll get these out again. Okay. Now, I'm making room. Now, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to offer this one also as a live prize if someone wants it. You can't have my purple one. That one's mine. But if y'all want this instead of one of these, then I'll do that as well. So what I'm going to do now is go get the entry. So give me about 45 seconds to download them, and I will share my screen and we'll do the drawing. Whoops. Okay, how many entries do we have? We have 145 entries. So I'm going to download those now. And today is April 7th. I got to tell y'all a story about the mourning doves. So when we're done with this, I'm going to tell y'all a story if you want to hear it. I'm going to tell you the end of the story first, and then I'm going to tell you the end of the beginning of the story. Because if I don't tell you the ending, some of you might freak out. Okay, all I got to do now is paste these, and we are ready for me to share my screen. Okay, let me expand this. And I'm going to turn the volume up and share my screen. Can y'all see my screen? Okay, it's doing the exact same thing it did last week. And y'all don't really want to see that, do you? Sorry about that. I'm trying to find where y'all can see my screen. It did this last week too, and Y'all can't see my screen, can you? Can you see my screen now? Okay, somebody tell me you can see my screen. Yeah. Okay, perfect. On my little window that shows me what y'all can see, it does not show it. So I can't see what y'all are seeing, which is really strange. Okay, beside the point. Here we go. Okay, congrats. I believe that says Yoli. And let's see. I'm flipping. I don't know what I'm doing. The software changed, so I don't know what I just did. Oh, goodness gracious. You could only see the desktop. Sorry, guys. Let me see if I can show it again. Okay, hold on. Can you see it now? Okay, can you see it now? It was on the screen, and I'm going to have to figure out why the wheel is still not there. So you still can't see it? Oh, you see it now. Okay, perfect. Okay. Okay, so Yoli is our first winner. Oops. And here is my timer. You have 3 minutes to claim your prize. So which item would you like? A, B, C, D, E, F, or G? This is our first winner. She wants the basket. I don't see her comment. There you are. Okay, you got it. We'll flip this back over and we will go again. So I'm going to share my screen again. And hopefully it's going to work. And then here we go. Congrats, Lisa. You are the next winner. Which item would you like? So you've got A, C, D, E, F, or G. Lisa. Hi, Becky. I see you now. Okay, we're waiting to hear from Lisa which item she wants. If you guys see which item she chooses, let me know. Ramona, I did not have that punch, by the way. Yeah, I never did figure out what the name of the punch was, but yes, I did not have that punch. I only have that stamp set. Mary says something is wrong. My name isn't coming up. We see your name. Do you mean your name isn't coming up for the drawing? Oh, did I forget to set the timer for Lisa? that's because there's a serious lag. She wants E. Okay, Lisa wants the musical jamboree. You got it. Okay, thank you. Yeah, everybody's system kind of works at a different time. It's based off of your internet speed. So, yeah. Okay, I'm going to share my screen again. We got one more prize to give. And where did it go? Here it is. Okay, so let me share my screen. And I'm going to spin. Congrats. Okay, so hopefully she's here so she can choose her gift. Okay, which item would you like? A, C, D, F, or the Stampin' Dimensional booklet? And then once she claims her prize, I want to tell y'all the story about the mourning doves. You want F. You got it. That was quick. Thank you. Okay, so the rest of the prizes will go back into the kitty for next week. And who has, oh wait, I want to show y'all the cards that I received over the last week. So I got 3 cards, and this one is from Julie. Isn't this cute? Like I said, I always love images that go in circles. Everything fits in a circle, right? Everything looks good in a circle. I think she's thanking me for her Chick Rewards, I believe. Thank you, Julie. The next card is for Kathy. And this is, she was praying for David and I. Thank you, Kathy. And the final card is from Barbara. And let's see what she was thanking me for. She won the Woolly Friends stamp set and one of my bags. So thank you for the thank you card. Okay, I'm all caught up to date now. I don't have any more cards. I haven't received any this week. So, yeah, that's it. So now, I wanted to just answer questions. I know there was a couple questions in the very beginning, and I saw them, and then they passed, and then I couldn't remember the question. So, if you're still here, could you let me know what questions? Somebody posted, there was a couple questions that were posted, and I missed them. In fact, I could see if I could go over to YouTube and see if I can spot those questions, because I thought it was a good question to answer, but then me and my brain. Let's see. I'm going to scroll up really quick. Oh, it won't let me. I'm going to mess up my video. It won't let me go all the way to the very beginning. Okay, so Jill said, where did I post the deal? Let me go get that link real quick. Or let me just show you, okay? So I'm going to pull up my blog on here. It may or may not already be sold out, so I'll show you where that is. Okay, so here we are on my website, and right here is called Chick Shop, okay? If you click on Chick Shop, and then go to, where'd I put it? Retired Stamp Sets. And it's going to be the Seaside Bay bundle right here. And yes, it's still available because otherwise I wouldn't be able to click on it. So there it is for $25. I only have one, and once it's gone, it's gone. Oh goodness, I did the same thing again, didn't I? Sorry about that. I don't know why it keeps doing that, because I'm looking at what I clicked on, and that's not, oh, the doves. I'm going to tell you the dove story. QQQ, your preference on, oh, I like how you did the Q. So I've been using this one, but you can't really find it anymore. So you have no choice but to use the Tombow repositional adhesive. Yeah. This is the one I prefer. It's like the Dotto, but you can't really find it anymore. So you have to use the Tombow, and I gave you guys the link to that. Yeah. Where is the project sheet below? Okay, so the project sheet, so the Dimensionals project sheet is already posted. The PDF that has the measurements and the pictures, that will be available tomorrow. But what's available tonight already under the video is this Dimensionals, and then the Stampin' Blends Printable. Yeah. And the charts. Okay. Let me make sure there's no... Oh, okay. So I showed that. Am I going to talk about the paper square sheets? Well, the charts have already been... the charts are updated. So for those of you that print my Designer Series paper charts, the mini catalog ones are finally available over on my website. I was missing this pack of paper because when we were able to pre-order, it was already sold out by the time I got to do it. So I finally got that in. So all the paper charts are up to date, except now I need to do the May ones. But May's not even here yet, so I still have lots of time, right? But yeah, these are in my print library, and the link to my print library is also under the video. If there's anything you guys can't find, you're always welcome to send me an email. Okay, so if there's no more questions, I'm going to tell the dove story. So on my birthday, David had his biopsy on his lungs. So that was on a Wednesday. On Friday, I was at the hospital all day on Wednesday, and then Thursday I was completely exhausted and didn't do much of anything. So then on Friday I was on the phone with my sister, and she's like, oh, I'm refilling all my bird feeders. And I'm like, oh, I need to refill my bird feeders. So while I was on the phone with her, I went and got all my bird seed, because I have like 7 bird feeders, of course, and I refilled all my bird feeders, and I dropped a little bit of Bugs and Berries food on our deck floor, because the mourning doves, you know, like to pick it up off the floor and eat it. So I'm going to tell you the end of the story first. The mourning dove was alive. That's the end of the story. The mourning dove lived. But the middle of the story is after I refilled all the bird feeders, I'm in the kitchen about to cook dinner, and all of a sudden I hear this loud thump. Like, seriously, like, well, the mourning dove flew into the window and plopped down on the ground with its feet in the air, and I thought it was dead. And I was screaming and crying. I had to go outside into the garage. I was crying so hard. I came back in. I went to the bathroom. I cried and screamed some more. I came out and I told David it was the worst birthday of my whole entire life, birthday week. And I said, we cannot put it in the trash, because they had 4 sets of babies last year. There's no way I'm going to put that bird in the trash. We're going to bury it. And David says, go in the bedroom. I'm going to take care of it. I listened because it was going to be super painful. And I kid you not, no sooner than I got back into the bedroom, he comes in and he says, I went out there to get the dove and it set right up, flew to the deck railing, and then flew over to the berm. So it had knocked itself out, which I didn't know birds did that, but clearly everybody in my family knew it because Brooke was like, oh yeah, there's videos of birds all the time that knock themselves out. They get right up and hop and fly right off. I've never witnessed it, but anyway, they're fine. In fact, they're probably on the deck right now because this is their home. They had 4 rounds of babies last year. So anyway, the end of the story is it survived. It just knocked itself out. I swear though, it looked like it was not alive. It was so traumatizing for me, which is why I refuse to let them have babies on my deck this year. Every time they try to build a nest, I move all of my plants out there. I'm not letting them because I can't do it. I can't take the emotional. I can't take the emotional. I don't know. I'm so protective of them. Like David said last year, he never got to use our gas grill. He had to use charcoal on the bottom patio because I wouldn't let anybody go on the deck last year because there was always babies out there. They literally had 4 rounds of babies. It started in April of last year and went all the way till fall. I didn't even, literally, I can't even believe they literally have another round of babies, like no sooner than one round flies off. And then them flying off and leaving was very traumatizing for me as well because I didn't get to say goodbye sometimes. Like I would just, one day I would look out there and they would be gone. I'm like, wait, no goodbyes? Anyway, I had to share that though because I didn't know that birds can knock themselves out and still get up and fly away. So I'm glad I know it, but I never really want to witness it again. That was terrible. I guess David didn't know either. So hopefully that doesn't offend anybody that I told that story. But I had the turkey walking in the backyard today. I have wrens that have a nest in my glass jar on my baker's rack out there. Not the best way to end my video, is it? But, okay, so the free PDF for the project that has the measurements will be available tomorrow on my website. Everything else is already there. The price increase flyer, the Stampin Dimensionals, Printable, the Stampin' Blend markers, labels is over there, the paper charts, the retirement list, everything is already over there on my website with the exception of just this project. Thank you, Stephanie. I thought it was a good story just because I didn't know that birds can knock themselves out. Yeah. And David was like, he's like, I don't know if I've ever seen you. I'm like, I know. I was so traumatic. I think it was because it was such a terrible week, though. You know, at that time, we still didn't know that David had pneumonia. So it was just an awful week, right? Yeah. But that was one positive, is that it got up and flew off. And then now they're up there all the time. Okay. So if I missed your question, feel free to shoot me an email. I kind of forget to do this, but let me see. Here is my email. I do have multiple, but there's my email. I did want to tell you guys, one thing really quick. I always kind of like to help you guys. There is a lot of scammers going on right now about, let's see, what's the latest one that I got this week? Oh, we have, toll roads here, and I'm getting notifications now that I have not paid my fees. I don't owe anything. I have an online account. I can check it anytime. So if you guys have toll roads where you live and you get a notification that you owe money, if you get a text message, just hit delete. It's a scammer, a spammer, a spammer scammer. What are they called, right? Yeah. Yeah, and if you guys ever hear of stories like that too, definitely share it with us, because it takes a village to save ourselves from all these scammers, right? Yeah. Oh, there's bears in Florida and they can't have bird feeders? Well, let me tell you, I shouldn't have them because the raccoons really love bird seed. Ask me how I know. Mr. Chunky Fat Raccoon. You'll have to remind me if I've never showed you guys the picture of it. So what I do to get rid of him is I have to bring all the bird feeders in for a few days, and then they forget that I exist, and I put them back out. Jill says, Jody says she gets the toll road. I can't say that. And they don't even have toll roads. Yeah, that's crazy, isn't it? You can't find the last chance list on my website. I just posted. Did I post it today? I thought I posted it today. Let me look really quick before I sign off. Like I said, David's in a meeting, so let's see, home. Hey, it looks like, what in the world is going on with my website? There for a second, it didn't even work. That's scary. Oh, here it is right here. So what I'll do is I'll just copy the link for you and post it in the comments. Copy. Well, that's kind of a long, here, I'm going to post the link to the blog post, and then that way it's right in the middle of that. Yeah, squirrels like it too. The squirrels like to spin around the top of the bird feeders. Oh my gosh, a 10-foot pole because of the bears. Wow. That would be scary to have a bear. Oh my gosh, okay, so Cynthia says she got a text that she has a traffic fine and her driver's license will be suspended if she doesn't pay the fees. Oh yeah, that's a scam. And yeah, the PayPal, those are scams. Oh, I just feel bad for the people that don't have people looking out for them, right? I try to tell all of our family members also the scams. Linda said she got one asking if they could confirm her loan. Oh my goodness. The birds used to get drunk off of the red for Cynthia berries. Oh my gosh, that's crazy. And hopefully they survived. Okay, I think I'm going to sign off and go have dinner. I'll see you guys next Tuesday, same time, same place. And like I said, if you have any questions or need anything, shoot me an email. And don't forget to print the last chance list and take a look. Some of these items will sell out sooner than others. Yeah, don't forget to check out the price increase as well, right? Yeah. Okay, y'all have a great week. Thank you so much for watching tonight. See you later.